it's Christine. It's day 25 of 30 Days of Sketches. We are coming down our home stretch. Look at her, and she stretches just to make the point, right? Okay, I need you to move. I need to show the kid here. All right, so let me pull out the sketch. So it's by Kirsten Hughes, and she has 2 4x6 photos. She has like a circular element, a couple of paper layers, and I'm going to call these her embellishment clusters. And what I've pulled out some time back is Vicki Boutin. I think I used Vicki Boutin yesterday, for that matter. I have this page here that has this round element. That's kind of what I'm imagining I'm going to have. Technically, this is a little shifted, but that's okay. That being said, I also have pictures of my husband in New York City in 2013, you guys. So the pictures are vertical. But that's okay, because when you do 4x6 like this, it ends up being, it's still basically a photo block, right? So photo block. And then I have these colors here. I really love this as the coming down piece. If we kind of imagine that, maybe this goes behind the photos like this, right? And then this can be our little horizontal piece. How's that? That's kind of what we got going on. I don't have the title or anything. I have no embellishments, you guys. I have to go find some stuff. Well, really what I'll probably do is just pull up my Vicki Boutin bucket. But first I'm going to mount these. So I think I'm going to use, black is always a good Vicki Boutin color. So I may do that. This is actually a single matte. So what if problem is I want my circle to show, you guys. So I'm going to play with this just a minute. I gotta think about my matte. Maybe it's 2 white ones, but I like the black, you guys. Let's go black. Let's do black. Okay, so let me get some black cardstock, and I'm going to trim my branding strip off, and then I'll probably come back on so you can kind of see me cut these pieces. The interesting thing is this one right here has this stuff. So if I cut this here, I have tags. What if I cut it in half, and then I have these tags to use? So that might be fun. Yeah, I could cut out, like, there's a little butterfly. I don't know. I have to think about this one. So let me get my black cardstock and cut, and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, you guys, I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. And honestly, I was pretty pleased too. As I was digging through my Vicki Boutin like embellishment stuff, I found some stuff for New York. I was kind of excited. So I decided also to go ahead and ink the edges of the papers with black soot, since I've matted my photos on a black cardstock. So I've got the blue floral down there, and I trimmed it down, and I left the branding strip that was attached to it. It has that little multicolored little band of colors on there, and I left it on there because I thought, well, that's kind of a neat little grounding piece. And then I've cut I got the green one. I did that in the black soot, and I think I'm about to cut the one with the little, I don't know what those are, like paint swatchy looking things. I'm going to cut that one down, and I'll ink it in black soot as well. Now, I tweaked this sketch just a bit, because she initially had it to where the green, or my green, let me put it that way, her piece in the sketch there, is to the inside of the little my multicolor piece. But I end up shifting it to the outside because I wanted to shift my photos over and let my title show. Or I need to give myself enough room for my title. So you'll see me do that in just a minute. And I did that intentionally. It wasn't an accident. It's like I knew I was shifting things a little to the side. So I'm going ahead and gluing down my floral, and then I'm going to glue down well, this is where I'm kind of looking at it. See how the green is kind of part of the sketch? It would be to the inside of the photo. And I like that, but I realize if I do that, now I don't really have enough room, I think, in my mind anyways, to the right of my photo for my title. She had 4x6 horizontals, and if you think about doubling up a 4x6, that way it would have been 8 inches across. Is that right? Let me think just a minute. No, it would have been 6 inches across, because it would have been a horizontal. Well, the way I've done this, I have an 8-inch across photo block now, give or take. So it's given myself a little bit, not enough room on the right-hand side. So I've shifted mine. Now you can see where I'm doing it. I'm shifting the green paper over to the left a little bit so that I can shift my photos to the left. And then I've given myself enough room for my title. And my title's just NYC 2013. So it's not like I need a ton of room, but I did need to give myself enough room for 3 letters. So that's what I did to tweak my sketch here. I have those tags, and I thought to maybe use them originally, but there's not anything on the sketch that even refers to a tag, or it just didn't. I just decided against it. I decided to take it back in my stash. So, but I did go in to get off into my binder, and I have found the cutest stuff, you guys. So there's a squirrel, and then this is the second layout. This is so funny. I did a layout with my husband just the other day, and I had a squirrel on it. So I swear my husband's not a squirrel. That's not what I'm thinking. But it's like where he's outside. He likes to go outside. So the squirrel's outside. And then there was a little piece that said ticket to anywhere. So I like that. And then I have a little thing that says follow the signs. And so I'm making a little cluster in the lower left. Now the thing is, I also felt like she had the cluster on the lower right of the photo block. But because of the way I've got this thing organized, I'm going to move my other cluster to the upper left. So you'll see me do that in just a minute. I do put a little bit of foam underneath the little green ticket. And I put a little foam underneath, like on the side of it. And then I put a little foam underneath the little arrow that says follow the signs. It needed some dimension because he was going on top of that squirrel. So I do all that. And then I think, yeah, here's where I get my little, I had to cut my little squares down. They were a little bit too big. I love this little sign here. It says, just because I don't know where I'm going doesn't mean I'm lost. This was his first trip to New York. I don't know that I had been at this point, to be honest with you. He met a buddy up there. So he actually had he's in IT, and they had some type of disaster recovery, I think within a couple of hour drive or something, or train ride or something like that. And then his friend lives in New York State, or he did. So they decided to meet in New York City and just I think they spent the weekend is kind of what they did in touristy stuff. So this was his first trip up there. So it's, again, he doesn't really know he was going, right? Because it was his first time, but didn't mean he was lost. So I thought that was really appropriate. The ephemera from Discover and Create had like this like plant. Technically it's a top view of a plant coming out of a pot, but I think it looks kind of neat because there's a lot of potted plants in New York. And I put the Discover New Places chipboard. And then here's where I'm finding some, I think, little New York things. There's a little parking meter, and then there was a little hot dog. And I thought, that is just New York, right? Now, my husband does not eat hot dogs, but that's okay. It's good for this layout, right? Because he's in New York. So here's where I get my little foam letters. I'm putting NYC, and I have to kind of organize these just a bit. I'll shift them over, too. I put them down. I have to kind of shift them just a little bit. They're kind of manipulatable. Man, you can move them around. I can't say the right word today. And then I'll get 2013 out of this Simple Stories book. This is not Vicky Booten. This is Simple Stories. It's like their basics or something. And I really appreciated the fact that I could get these little numbers. They look like they're faux typewriter buttons or something like that, but I like the gray circles on them. And so that's going to go down there. So I've got my little New York goodies going on. And in a second, I'm going to pull out some puffy stickers. And I think they might have been print shop. I don't know. Again, you guys, I've got all my Vicky Booten now in one big Iris container. I've kind of put all my ephemera in a binder. I've put all my papers together. And, of course, I got my chipboard and my puffy stickers kind of grouped. So I don't really remember. And sometimes I've not even kept the packaging at this point other than the little sheet it's on. So I don't recall. It's pretty unique, the little stars, because they're kind of overlapping. So I want to say print shop. And if you guys want to add that to the comments, you feel free to do that. But anyway, that's what I got going on there. I'm looking, yeah, here's my little star pieces, little puffy stars. I'm going to add these in just a moment. Once I get these little stars down, though, I don't add any mixed media or anything other than, like I said, I had inked the edges of the paper with my soot, black soot. But I thought this looked really, I had some foam behind the leaves of the little potted plant at the very end is what I do. Because I realized they're kind of curling upward. And I'm going to add those. I moved that star over. I had it over in the upper left, but I thought you're a little too far away. So I'll bring it to the lower little bit right over in there. Now the circle piece there, of course, is some kind of little embroidery hoop, and I'm just going to pretend the little hoopy metal piece thingies are not up there. I don't even care. We'll just pretend they're not there. The pictures, I'll just tell you real quickly, I think he's in Central Park, if I'm honest. On the right-hand side, it had snowed. He'd gone up there in the wintertime. I don't remember what time. I don't remember the exact month or whatever, but... And then, of course, the left side is, he must have... my husband's not the best photographer, you guys, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a big black bar right in front of the buildings he was taking a picture of. Bless his little heart. But you can kind of see fountains and people and stuff at the bottom of the photo, so it's okay. But that was one of the views he had, and he must have liked it because he took a picture. So that is all I'm going to do the layout, you guys. I think this turned out really cute. I love this sketch. I think it's great, and I appreciate it. So you guys, make sure you check out the playlist. Thank you so much for watching. If you say hello in the comments, I will hello you back. And you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow. We have a few more days of these, so we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.